Our quest to find answers to problems bedeviling communities in Nigeria led us to communities living with different challenges that have lasted for the better part of the past half-century. Ekerekana, a host community of the Port Harcourt Refinery Company in Ekerekana local government area of Rivers State. But if this community has anything to show for it, it is that they have been at the receiving end of effluent waste, pumped into their creeks with a consequence as devastating as the virtual collapse of their traditional means of livelihood. Pipelines all over. They carry oil, but what does the community get in return? Pollution. What we witnessed here was spontaneous. The youths gathered for a routine leaders' meeting, but their colleagues have just returned from a fishing trip with nothing to show for it, other than diesel stains on their fishing gear and an empty container.
The entire ecosystem of our community has been damaged for decades. And there are these influent waste that comes out from the Port Harcourt refinery. If you go at the back, you can see them. Each time they have production, they pour out these chemicals to our water side, and it has caused a lot of damage. The fishermen can't go to fishing. This place used to be, there's a stream. Over the years when we were kids, we normally come here to swim. But now, I don't think the kids of nowadays in the Ekerekana community, they know how to swim. The entire system is gone. There's no sign of fish. There's no sign of crab. There's nothing. Even the plants are going down. They're all dying. So we have tried our best to, we've gotten some advocates time after time. We've done some peaceful demonstration. We've gone far, right to the government, right to different organizations to help us and fight this fight for us. And we've tried our best over the years to liaise with PHRC, but they've done nothing. In terms of employment, healthcare, and otherwise, soft loans, skill acquisition, scholarship, nothing given to this community.
But the story runs deeper than the spontaneous drama we ran into. We headed from the creek and found what appears to be a first-hand record of the reality. The land is bearing the marks of waste and devastation. Not only young persons are pained. There are women who were born here and grew up feeding on what it produced when its streams were healthy.
Our parents fished in these creeks, but today it is all gone. I have lost my canoes to this disaster. This creek was a sea route to nearby towns. It is no longer the case today. High and low tide makes little difference. Our means of livelihood, all gone. Even the mangrove that gave us firewood has disappeared. All we are left with is hunger and looming famine. The gutter is our problem. We need compensation.
Another local is back from fishing and cannot seem to come to terms with how far the damage has gone.
We used to pick fish and other seafoods in this creek by hand. At a time, it has fresh waters that the whole clan drank from. Pollution has changed the entire story. You find effluent waste spread on the seabed. It was home to abundant mud skippers, but now it is all gone. In place is oil. If you drill a borehole, oil will flow out. We are deprived of potable water. You can see even here that our boats are badly soiled and we can't take them to the high sea for fishing. The discharge from the refinery has destroyed everything. We appeal to them to come and kindly repair this place and carry out a cleanup of both the creek and the swamp. The refinery has the capacity to give us electricity, but they don't care. They turn a blind eye to our demands for jobs. Electricity, water, and environmental healing are all we need. In the whole of Ekerekana, there is no single primary school, not even a nursery school. they turned our community to a dump site of their waste. I'm not as old as I look. I'm not even in my 40s yet.
Flowing water from steps may look like a beautiful sight, but it is right in the middle of this community. With its extremely offensive smell and the dualization of the waste water channel to carry even more wastewater into the community creek, its youths say they are pained that the ecological damage is compounded by rising tensions over the absence of social amenities of any kind.
Before this time, when I was born, we used to catch fish here. But up to this time, there's no fish in this area. No fish. So what are we saying? For me, they should come and take this gutter to maybe any other town that they want to take this gutter to, because we are suffering. If you look the roof, you see all the roof rust. You understand? Everything collapse. We cannot immediately it is 1 p.m. They will pour chemical. But by that time we are sleeping. You see they pouring chemical. If I do people come in town, you will see everywhere pollution. Diesel, just like that. Because whatever they refine there, all of them move to this Ekerekana community. There is no school, no nursery school, no hospital, but every day we inhale continuously, inhaling. You know, so what are we saying? They should, if the government want to help us, they should come and take this gutter away from this town. We don't want the gutter again.
The smell, you can't even breathe. Not to talk about going to where the waste drainage is passing. It's too bad that even I don't think we have up to anybody that is as old as 75 years old in this community any longer. The public affairs division, the MD, the PHROC management themselves, they can't even stay in my community to hold a meeting with us for just 30 minutes. Because they too cannot. If you can't stay in my community to sit down and discuss with me for 30 minutes, it means you're killing me. Because if you can endure the smell of the hydrocarbons and the waste that you're pouring in the drain line that's going into my ecosystem, you can't spend 30 minutes with me, then it means myself that stays in that environment that you can't spend up to 30 minutes. It means I'm already a dead man.
We are suffering over the smelling gutter. We have even asked them to make it in a way that the water will pass through, under instead of the outside, because of these smelling waters, so many diseases and deaths are disturbing our community. So we met the refinery management, pleaded with them. They promised to do something, but nothing is done.
This chief is one of the leaders of Ekerekana, Ama. Even when his modest apartment has the trapping of relative comfort, there is a serious downside.
The water I have in my house is so pungent that I don't even use it to cook. And if me as a chief, I don't use it to cook, what about the less privileged in my community that is taking it? Because they are left with that option alone. See how pungent the smell is. So, having seen this, we don't encourage people to live here again. Will they transfer us from our ancient inherited land given to us by our parents? If that should be done, we have a mangrove. They should go ahead, sandfield it, reclaim it for us, for habitation.
The water from his borehole is far from potable. At the Public Affairs Office of the Port Harcourt Refinery, its officials wouldn't comment for lack of clearance. They say all communications must come from the headquarters in Abuja. But what's the way forward for Ekerekana community? The NNPC has unveiled maintenance plans for its facility with a capacity to produce 210,000 barrels per day, although it is not clear if Ekerekana community will have cause to smile from this gesture. But for a host community housing Nigeria's first oil refinery, Half a century of inhaling toxic waste without anything to show for it. Time may be fast running out.